Hey, this is Simon from the Brackets here at South OC Cars and Coffee. We have a textbook Southern California day today. Absolutely perfect weather, sun shining, beautiful temperature, and a stack of great cars out here this morning. Let's swing the camera around and have a look. Okay, starting off this beautiful Ferrari 1952 212. What an amazing car. This is our car of the week this week, so make sure to jump onto the car of the week video and check this thing out. Such a special car. First debuted this very car at the New York International Auto Show, so great pedigree. Tony's 458 Italia, Jay's GT. We have a McLaren, and then a Lambo, and then another Ferrari, and then a brand new McLaren 720S in that really cool yellow. Not sure if that's a wrap or the paint color. Looks hard to tell. Might be the paint color. Looks amazing. Another Ferrari, Bentley convertible with that amazing W12. Moving down through here, we've got a Porsche, and then a really nice, beautiful looking Corvette. Looks great. As we jump across the other side, another Corvette in this beautiful gold color. 56 Chev, looks like a Nomad, I think it is. Then we have the return of the Karma, which is now the Crevero, was originally Fisker. Another one here, and another one here. Beautiful looking Chev, Volkswagen, another Volkswagen, all lined up along here. Good morning. And then a really great looking Bronco running at 302, little Ford over that side. And if we swing the camera around to this side, got a couple of really nice Porsches here. Great little classic there. Another one, really nice one for sale as well, and a Mustang. So as we just jump down and come back through the other side, have a look what we've got down through here. As I said, great morning this morning and great turnout. We really thank the guys for bringing out such special cars. That Ferrari is indeed a great thing to have here. The number of people who've been looking at it's absolutely incredible. Okay, as we move down, Mercedes here, Rouse Audio. Seriously, if you're looking for an amazing audio system, these guys, I'm actually in the audio business full time. That's what I do for a living. I've not heard a car audio system sound as good as this anywhere, so make sure to check them out. A couple of Porsches, and then a couple of Ford trucks lined up there. A couple of Porsches. There's a 720 leaving. Now, some of you may have seen last week, last Saturday, I actually shredded a serpentine belt on my Camaro and ended up with a really nasty dent in the hood. This is the guy, Jeb, who's getting out of this car, who actually did the paintless dent removal and fixed it. Incredible job. So if you need that information, make sure to send me a PM and I'll give you Jeb's details. But so happy with the result. Pete's 930, beautiful little MG Royal Mustangs through there. And now we've got GT 350, BMW, Roberts Celine, changing colours there on us. Corvette, line of some pretty tough looking Gen 5 Camaros through here, all track set up, great looking cars. But as everyone knows, I do have a bit of a soft spot for Camaros, especially Gen 5s. Really looking nice looking Mustang. Michael living over there is beautiful 56 running an LS6. That's one of those Camaros leaving. Cobra, a Challenger Mini. Line up of minis along here. Corvette, some Mustangs, really beautiful looking Corvette here, another Mustang. Really nice looking 65 Riviera, one of our regulars. Love that car. He drove in this morning. I said, you haven't given it to me yet. Really love that car. Really nice looking little Cobra. Another 458 Italia. Nice looking GT3. A little truck. This is kind of cool. Look at this. Check this thing out. Great looking thing. Oh, Studebaker. Love the colour. Once again, really great to see something. The back of it's almost got these marine looking lines in it. That wonderful sort of interior. Studebaker are interesting for me. Their designs, they were not, although this is sort of similar to what Ford were doing, their designs to me, particularly their interiors, seem to have a lot more of an English influence on them. When you look at this and some of the English cars like Vauxhalls at the time, very similar sort of lines. It was kind of cool because it was different, you know. Another brand that sort of disappeared over the years, unfortunately. Evo WRX, great looking Rambler here running a small block Chev. Beautiful 57, leaving us here, Belair station wagon. Great looking car. Look at the crowd of people we've got around here. It's awesome. So many people. And then that little Fiat microbus. Great looking 56 running a big block. Check this out. Personally, my favourite are the Tri-Fis. I just love the front of it. I love all of them, but I just love those rectangular front marker lights. Beautiful old green Porsche there. Really cool looking Dodge truck. Not something you see every day. You know, lots of Fords and Chevys around and GMCs, love them all. But I love the fact that this is something a little bit different. Then we got the Thing and this great looking Rambler we've seen before. Gorgeous little yellow Austin Healey. We actually just fitted one of my fire extinguisher brackets in it before. Another Thing, another Beetle, Mustang, little beach buggy. Great looking GTO over here. A little tiny Fiat 500. When you look at this thing and put it next to a new Fiat 500, the new ones look like a giant. Okay, onto another really nice looking Porsche. Great looking colour. Great colour. Another Porsche here. Really nice looking McLaren. Little 650S. R8 Audi. Nice looking V8 bi-turbo Mercedes there. Another Mercedes. Cool looking old Woody. Old Ford. This is beautiful. This Corvette, we've looked at this before. These things running at 427. Holy grail of engines, obviously, the 427. Especially when you looked at some of the engines like the L88 that they did in that sort of era as well. Maybe a little bit later. Cutlass Supreme, Chevelle, 69 Camaro, really nicely done. 442. There goes that little microbus. Great looking thing. Hellcat. D-badge. Great looking old Jeep. Check this thing out. A little Willys, I think it is. Yeah, it's a Willys. It's great. Another 56 Tom wagon, so I guess a Nomad. Bonneville, Pontiac, Mustang. Great looking truck. Running a small block Chev in that. Really nice looking Challenge. I love that grey. Looks good. Beautiful looking 32 Ford. So interesting. It's running an LS in that. So newer engine. Obviously lighter weight because it's aluminum. And a high performance. Another 56, a lot of 56. Another beautiful looking 65 Riv. Just love the front of those things. Cool looking 34 here. Check, I love the front. For me, my favourite hot rod front of all time is that 34. Of course, made famous by ZZ Top's Eliminator car. Falcon, Acura, Firebird, another Corvette, and Mustang. Great looking little Chevy too. Stingray, a C7 Corvette, a Honda Thunderbird. Look at this great little thing. Typifying the 1970s, you know, back in the days when there would be these little obscure brands that would just sort of come out of nowhere from Opel, of course famous in Europe, but not so much here. The one thing a lot of people don't realise about this particular car, if you watch Wheeler Dealers, and a big call out to Mike and Ant, of course, Mike's been coming to Cars and Coffee. These lights, and I only know this because I watch Wheeler Dealers, these lights actually roll. They don't pop up, they actually roll, and they're driven by a mechanical handle, which is right between the seats. If we look, there's actually a handle at the front next to the steering wheel, you can see, and mechanically there's like a rod that pushes forward. So great looking little car, great, really nice to see. You know, I can imagine when an Opel was brought over here, people would be going, what's that? Of course, no one in
I don't know.
No one in Germany. 57 Cadillac, love those suicide doors, really cool looking car. Eldorado. That would have been probably nearly as good as you get back in those days. In those days, of course, Cadillac, you would say that they were best car in the world, you know, up against Rolls Royce. But, you know, these days, obviously a different brand. Ranchero, Corvette, Mustang. Really nice looking Bronco here. Of course, Bronco making a return, which is pretty timely, seeing that OJ Simpson's out. Another Cadillac, it's one a pace car, Firebird, running that John DeLorean derived 6-cylinder Mercedes. Cool looking old truck. Really nice little Chevelle just about to leave. El Camino, nice looking GTO, 65 or 66. Nice Chevy truck. Great looking old, look at that. Model T, C7, 55. And then we've got the Supra, another Chevelle Mustang. Regular, the Fairlady Z, C7, 57 Chev, great colour, love it. Nice looking little Nissan. The Thunderbird, Lincoln Continental, big car, huh? Well, that's for the size of that car, huge. Great looking thing. I could be wrong, but I think they're the ones that the roof actually, the convertible is actually a solid roof that drops into it. I may be wrong, but I've got a feeling they're big mechanical roof. Nova. And this is great. This is an Impala. Really nice looking car. This looks like a 66 to me. Yeah, it is. 66, of course, known for those rectangular taillights in the back rather than the 3 taillights the 65 had. Of course, in 67, they went back to the 3 taillights because that was the traditional look of the Impala that the public wanted. But for me, I love the back end of a 66. My favourite. Super sport, huge car. Great looking car. Right next to a Z28. Split bumper too. Great looking car. Now on to a 442. 67, running a big block. That's kind of cool. 67, of course, got side windows, little corner windows. The 68 did not. A couple of Volks, some spikes on the hood. Next to a Golf, next to another Mustang. And then as we swing around here, kind of cool. It's the faux woody, so to speak. Little hot rod, great little 56 Porsche Speedster onto a little Subaru VRZ. This is kind of cool. This is one of these slingshots, the 3-wheeled car. Amazing power to weight ratio. Closest thing to riding a motorcycle without riding a motorcycle. Very cool looking thing. Incredible handling. R35, Nissan Packard. That was another car that back in the day they said was up against Rolls-Royce, and Americans believed that was a finer car. A lot of people believed actually a finer car than Rolls-Royce. Chevy, Corvette, another Corvette, 68 Camaro. You can tell by, of course, no corner windows in that guy. That's got the RS front end, my favourite front end of any car, anytime. Just love that. And as we go through here, Hellcat in a Charger. Great looking Ford truck coming through. I think this is a 56. Could be wrong, F100. The 55 did not have a wraparound windshield. 56 did. See how the windshield sort of wraps around in the corner. Great looking truck, love it. Beautiful colour too. All right, on to another Mustang. One of my favourite vehicles of all time, and as I've said a few times, I think I learned to drive in. FJ Land Cruiser, FJ40 I think this is. Obviously not original gear in this thing. Love it, absolutely love it. F250, I hear this guy ran over one of our signs this morning, he didn't even know. So somebody went and picked it up afterwards. Great looking black 57 Chevy, Charger, green. Wow, that looks good. It's got the 6-pack engine in it, check it out. So it's a 440. Look at that front end. That's another one of my favourite front ends. I'm a sucker for those hidden headlights like they did on this and the RS Camaro as well. GMC truck, WRX, another Challenger, or BMW. Cool looking hot rod. Looking great. 32. There's a good way to look at the difference between it. There's a 34. See that grille, that swooped grille? As I said, I'm a sucker for that next to a 32. So looking cool. This run, looking blown, little blown engine in this thing. And what sort of engine's that? Looks like a little V6, is it? Yeah. So is it a V6 out of a Buick, or a little like Buick V6, but running as a wind blower? Or is it? Oh, it's a little B&M blower. Excellent. Something a bit different. What sort of transmission are you running into it?
It's, I don't know, my father-in-law. It was, say a couple of trans.
So it could be a Tremec, it could be a Borg Warner, it could be a...
if you said it, I know it.
Right.
It's the larger one, like a 300.
Not a Munster in this, I don't suppose. No. Doesn't matter. Great looking car. Good to see something a bit different in there too. So, good to see. Little Ford Focus ST Mustang. Another AMG with that bi-turbo. You can wave. Hey everybody, what a beautiful little Austin Healey. That's the second one we've looked at. Of course, I looked at the one before. Beautiful little 240Z. A E-Type Jag. Listen to that. What a great sound. Of course, the best colour for a British car, British racing green. The car that Enzo Ferrari said was the most beautiful car in the world. Looks beautiful tan interior. Isn't that wonderful? Listen to it. Worth watching that drive out. Thank you for bringing it along. It's beautiful, really beautiful car. Another Corvette, another Bronco, a couple of nice Broncos. This one next to it, tough looking beadlock wheels on that guy. Celine, another Mustang, very cool. Porsche, cool looking Jeep. And then coming across the other side, got another Mustang over here. It's running a Roush supercharger by the look of it. Really looks cool looking car. Love that orange. Next to one of my favourite cars at the moment, this is the Camaro, the new Gen 6 ZL1 1LE. So, you know, if we look, there's the previous model ZL1. Of course, that running the LSA supercharged engine, the same engine that they ran in the CTSV Cadillac. Of course, the Corvette, the ZR1 Corvette at that era was running a LS9, which had more forged internals, bigger blower, bigger cam. This is one of the quickest cars. In fact, right now, with the exception of the new ZR1, which is about to come out, this is GM's fastest car around the Nürburgring. Actually beat the current Z06 around Nürburgring. Basically the same engine, but this car has some incredible aero on it. Really good brakes as well. If you get the chance to watch the lap time of the ZL1 1LE around Nürburgring, it is one of the best in-car views I've ever seen. This thing is insane. Really, really quick car. Beautiful looking car as well. Great that there's so many great muscle cars around these days. You know, that car, I guess the ZR1 and of course the Z06, and then from Mustang you got the GT350 and the GT500 coming out, and of course all the stuff that Shelby and Roush are doing. And then of course in the Dodge family you've got the Hellcat and you've got the Demon. It's a wonderful time for muscle cars here in the US. Jaguar R-Type, so XK RGT, that would be a quick car, be a supercharged engine. Another Bronco. Jeffrey, speaking of tough things, there's Jeff's Jeep. Isn't that cool? Another Corvette coming up here. A couple of Porsche, another one here, another one here. And then cute little BMW, a little, not little I suppose. Looking at Bruce's late 30s Chevy truck over here in orange. Maserati Ghibli, Mustang. And so that's interesting. They've put a Holden front end on the front of that, what would be the same as this Pontiac G8, although the grille is different, so interesting. Another G8, what's the VE Holden Commodore, built in Australia, Adelaide, Australia, my hometown. Corvette, Toyota Land Cruiser, kind of cool. Wow, Survivor, look at this car, Dart, great, check that out. So that's the 340 engine. Wow, that's cool. There's something about Survivor cars that just, nothing better, love it. Corolla. And
What year's that Ferrari?
the Ferrari's 1952. Yeah, very cool. If you Google it, there's a history on it. Great little Chevy, little Fiat Abarth, of course, the same body, the same framework chassis as the current Miata. In fact, a lot of the internals are the same, like the trim and everything. Different engine, of course. That's running the same Abarth engine as in the Fiat 500. GMC truck, El Camino C606. Cadillac running some billet wheels. Very nice sounding 442 just going past us right now. Oldsmobile. As we come through here, another C6. There's that new Miata I was talking about. So that's basically the same car as the little Fiat we just saw. C7. S2000, got a couple of them lined up, 3 of them lined up along here in Infinity at the end. And as we come around the other side, Corvette, another Corvette. Coming down to a Porsche 914. BMW. El Camino.
That's why I called you.
Look at this guy. Isn't that cool? Maserati, but it's Chrysler. See that? Chrysler by Maserati. So Chrysler obviously got Maserati to do their design for them. Buick, one of the quickest cars of their time. This particular car, when V8s were struggling to make power, these were where it was at. So a little running a V6 turbocharged, or check that out. Very cool. 3.8 litre Alfa Romeo, little 240Z next to another one. Corvette, Jaguar, Cadillac, BMW, another BMW, M4. Or is it an M3? M4, I think. Mustang, another Corvette. Morgan driving up through here. Passenger, the dog wearing sunglasses. Very cool. Very cool. Willys motorcycle over here. One of the new beautiful Alfa Romeo Julius. Love that car. Great looking little car. Line up with some Corvettes along here. Down to a T-bucket, running a big block Chev. Tunnel ram, a couple of Hollies on it. Could be wrong, they look like 650s vacuum secondaries on that. Isn't that cool? Something really cool about a really old school hot rod. Mustang, another R35 here. Very well engineered cars. Lexus, and then a really nice looking Porsche convertible. Beautiful looking Corvette. Love that colour, sort of almost a corally colour. Mustang, nice looking AMG, and of course the Chevy that was designed to replicate the old 1940s, the SSR. Looked like a pickup, and then they had a convertible roof on it. Dropping down this road, we've got an E63. Love AMG wagons. Z4, another Maserati Ghibli, Gen 5 Camaro, Mustang, another Mustang, and another one, showing the different shapes, the different eras. Little Nissan next to a Subaru Forester. Cool looking Scooby-Doo truck here. Let's check that out. F-150 running a Kenny Bell supercharger. Check that out. So I think that's the Lightning in that particular vehicle. Could be wrong. Volkswagen, Corvette, another Corvette, and another one, and then a Challenger, another Mustang, Rival in fact, and then GTI, Gen 5 Camaro, Charger, another Charger. This one running the Scat Pack, the Jeep SRT8, M4, Challenger, Corvette with a bit of pinstriping, and we've got a picnic on the ground over here. So little Scion FRS next to a Toyota 86, basically the same car, different branding, badging. M3, another little BMW, another Porsche. Up that way we got a really nice Volkswagen, one of the very first little GTIs. Of course, they were one of the first hot hatches for the little GTIs. And of course, at the same time, there was an amazing little Peugeot called I think it was a 205, starting to pull big bucks as well. So don't want to miss the cars on the end. Something a bit different up here. I think, yeah, it's an old Valiant. Check that out. In Australia, we had something very similar. Not quite the same. It's more of a slope back on it, or a four-door, but cool. Running a V8, no air cleaner. Have to start off the dusty roads. There's that little Golf, nice looking AMG. Guess it's a C63. Another Volkswagen. Another one here. Great to see the groups of people that come together and show all their cars together. A couple of WRXs here. Still a very competent car by anybody's standards. BMW, a Cobra replica, another Charger, Mustang, Gen 6 Camaro, Challenger, Charger, Challenger, Charger, another Gen 5 Camaro over here. Challenger, Audi, nice looking Mustang. Love these wheels, love these wheels. This is what I'd put on my Camaro if I could. Really nice Weld Racing. Big rubber, the way it's meant to be, lots of sidewall. Great for acceleration, hookup. Little Volkswagen R32, great engine in that car. Not a turbocharged 4-cylinder like this, it's actually running a 6-cylinder. Focus ST, another Focus ST. And then another Focus ST. And then BMW, a little Isuzu. And then we got a Mustang, BMW, another Mustang, Audi. Love this colour, really nice looking car. So running that supercharged engine and that thing, very competent. Yamaha motorcycle, BMW, Porsche in purple. And then BMW, C7 Corvette, another BMW, and another BMW. And behind it you can see the Rockwell's Bakery, Cafe and Bar, which is going to be opening up soon here at the outlet. So you'll be able to grab yourself a Bloody Mary while you're at Cars and Coffee. So that's it for another week of South OC Cars and Coffee. What a great turnout, some amazing cars. A big thank you to the owner who brought that beautiful 1952 Ferrari 212. Make sure to check that out for our car of the week. Big thank you to the outlets for having us here, of course, and to Ruby's for bringing out the coffee and the donuts. We'll see you back here next week for another South OC Cars and Coffee.